Over the next few months, we'll be treated to a slate of news about the Danganronpa franchise, starting with the announcement that the 3 main titles would be coming to mobile devices. It's unlikely that we'll see a Danganronpa 4 since the franchise has ended and the creator has moved on from the company, but fans are hoping for a Switch release and perhaps more novelizations to complement the world. With it being the 10th anniversary of the original game, there's never been a better time to catch up. Here are 5 things you need to know about Danganronpa. While it has many different mini-game elements, Danganronpa is technically still a visual novel. Initially launching on the PSP, there wasn't much about it that screamed instant hit. Instead, its popularity grew from the recommendations of popular writers. People like Durarara's Ryogo Narita, Fate's Kinoko Nasu, and Madoka Magica's Gen Urabuchi talked up the game on Twitter, helping to give the game that extra push. Later on, he gained even more fans from among the games industry, including Nier's Yoko Taro, Yokai Watch's Akira Hino, and Smash Bros. Creator Masahiro Sakurai. Danganronpa is a game loved by game creators. It wasn't just game creators that loved it either. Yuji Higa, producer at Studio Lark, was a huge fan of it and recommended it to everyone at the studio while they were creating Carnival Phantasm. He started referring to it as his next animation project. When the studio proposed the anime to Spike Chunsoft, the developers were excited to see what sort of new original story the anime team would make. But the anime director insisted it'd be a faithful adaptation of the original. This meant that the 12-episode anime is somewhat rushed in comparison to the 20-hour game time. For Lark's next Danganronpa entry, Danganronpa 3, they created a new story from scratch that fit the anime format. One of the most signature parts of Danganronpa is its soundtrack, composed by the legendary Masafumi Takeda. The instructions for Danganronpa was to create something punchy, and Takeda used that to assemble tracks like the trial music, which he describes as being like racing music, and kind of playful tones to fit the personality of Monokuma, and make the disconnects even creepier. However, the one track that everyone remembers is the main theme, which according to Takeda, he actually wrote in about half an hour, because he was busy with something else. The fact that he was able to get it done so quickly and so well is the understanding between Kodaka and Takeda that has meant they've continued to work together ever since. One of the trademark parts of Danganronpa is its executions. For the first game, Kodaka wrote out each and every one of them and supervised their design. But for Danganronpa 2, he only wrote the final one, the one fans consider to be a franchise best. Fans didn't know Kodaka wasn't involved, but they actually found those first few punishments to be kind of lacking, and Takeda agreed that they weren't really up to his standards. So he worked to try and amp things up for V3 and give fans the classic gruesome punishments they were hoping for. Today, Kodaka isn't at Spike Chunsoft anymore. Instead, he now works at his own company, Tokyo Games, which he started with composer Masafumi Takeda, Zero Escape writer Kotaro Uchikoshi, and a group of other interesting creators. Kodaka has 2 projects coming out this year. One is an anime that will be released in October called Akudama Drive, and he also has an FMV game titled Death Come True, releasing in June. An FMV game is something that hasn't really been a thing in a long while. It's basically a playable movie crossed with a visual novel. Death Come True follows a guy who wakes up in a hotel room to find out he supposedly committed a murder that he doesn't remember. After Danganronpa V3, Kodaka felt he'd done all he could with text games and strove to create some truly unique works at Tokyo Games. This is proof of that. Thanks for watching OTAQUEST in Japan. Feel free to subscribe to find out more about the art and creation of Japanese pop culture.